Hello, this is Walter Guerrero from Autotech Electronic. And as I pray and ask God for wisdom and peace in everything that's going on in our country, in our world, um, and I see the authorities trying to deal with this pandemic of this virus, and when I go see, uh, whether I go to Walmart, Home Depot, any supermarket, and I see people not heeding, the advice, to stay socially apart, which I guess is at least 6 to 10 feet. Um, Everybody's not taking it seriously, but at the same time, I feel that if we all did our part of not only minimizing our our congregating or visiting, our loved ones or our friends, this will slow down. But human nature is we're not going to stop doing that because we don't want fear to control us, or sometimes we don't want to change our habits. Okay. Um, so, having said that, there's a shortage of masks, in particular the N95 type. We use this here in our shop, whether it's for painting or for changing a fuel pump in a vehicle or woodworking. So, we had some of this and we've given them out since, because obviously there's other people that are needed more than us. And there's suggestions that I'm going to give you as to how to keep yourself safer. I'm not saying that you're going to be completely 100% safe, but at least you're going to minimize the receiving of the virus or spreading the virus in the case that you unknowingly have it and you're giving it to other people. We came up with a design of a mask made out of a gallon Ziploc bag, with a paper clip. There should be some other videos that we have that design, but I understand people are going to feel uncomfortable or embarrassed, or people are going to think that they're ridiculous. But the idea is, you don't know if you have it or you don't know if somebody else has it. So my thinking is, let's treat like everybody has it. Unless you live inside a household that nobody's going out, then you're safe to assume that nobody has it. But the issue is, when you leave the home, whether to go to work, to go to the groceries, you're getting exposed. Okay. So what I want to give my 2 cents is how to minimize that exposure. Okay. So if you have an N95 mask, great. If you can afford to pay the ridiculous amount of money that Amazon or all those online, places are showing, are selling it for, then that's great. But this is not an individual. This cannot be solved individually. We all have to do our part. Whether you completely stay home and don't go anywhere, okay, that's great. But obviously you have to go and resupply, milk, whatever necessities or essentials that you may need, or medicine. So if you don't have the N95, if you don't want to go and make a mask, okay, here's some of my suggestions. Grab an undershirt. Okay, this one's pretty light, and you can just go like this over your nose, and then you tie it behind your back. The idea is that if you're wearing this and somebody else is wearing this, it minimizes the spread, meaning that it's not going to go 6 feet, it might just go 1 feet. Okay. Obviously, you still have to follow the rules of hand hygiene, whether it's sanitizing your hands with whatever you have, alcohol, or soap, which I believe they recommend soap as the main, form. But here's, for example, one of my church shirts. So just fold it over, okay? And then just put it on top of your nose and mouth. So if you notice, it gives you a nice covering around your neck and over your chest, okay? So if you have big sunglasses, put them on. Or if you have goggles, again, what you're trying to do is minimize somebody else that is not covering themselves, that is not properly sneezing, whether they're doing it right or wrong. At least you're minimizing the exposure. Again, you have to go get your medicines, you have to go to the supermarket, okay? It's gonna happen, okay? Now, obviously, if you don't have goggles, and it's kind of too late to have a shield. This one, we use it to grind metal and to keep the sparks from hitting us. So doctors and nurses, they're using something like this with their N95 to keep themselves safe. Is it 100%? No, but it's what we have. And even then, there's a shortage for this for our first responder and medical industry. The other suggestions that I was going to give is when you go out, besides using a makeshift mask, is wear, and give me a minute. Wearing your raincoat or any jacket, so that way when you're wearing it, again, you're before you walk into your house, you can take this off, leave it outside, or take it off, put it in a bag, and take it straight to the laundry. Okay, so now imagine that you have your mask on, and I guess let me go with my shirt mask. Okay, so with this, you're ready for rain, but of the virus kind. I'm sorry, I didn't make that a joke. I just feel that, as a tech, that my expertise is troubleshooting. I see so many flaws in the system, and I get it. We've never gone through something like this. But at the same time, they're never going to suggest to wear a mask or tell you that it works, just simply because there are none to be found, none to be purchased, none to be given away. Okay? So I'm not trying to criticize. I do believe that we have to remain calm, have peace, and most important of all, love. Have the love that we need to take care of ourselves, but most important, take care of our loved ones, our neighbor. And I think if we all did that, we will slow down the spread of this virus until there's a cure or we're all immune. God bless. Be safe.